Hello everyone, I'm finally back with another video. It took me so long to edit this one because I started editing all the different videos at the same time and they all got mixed up. Anyways, last time you really liked me creating a fantasy world map digitally in Incarnate, and I told that to my lovely partner and she suggested that I recreate that video, but this time draw it by hand. And I think that's quite easy for her because she's an artist, but best I can do is sketching. So I thought, anyways, I give it a go. I'm using a marker, a point 0.8 fine liner, and I thought about before drawing the actual map, what I can do is to draw minimalist icons that I could use in a map. So I thought about all the different objects essentially that I could have in a map, and as much as I could fit in this paper, I think I could go 5 rows, 5 columns. So here I start with a castle and I just go all the way with different elements that could be easily found in a fantasy world map. So I'm giving it a try. I can draw, I guess, 5 on each row, and within the 5, I'm going to draw one surprise element. And with that said, this is a time lapse of me trying it out. So the first 2 rows were quite smooth. I like all the icons, especially the mushrooms look quite fancy. And the icons are all easy to draw, so there should not be any problems for you to recreate any of them. Let's continue the journey. For the item that represents the objective in the game, I would like to use a quill and ink storage. I hope that it's a good representative and I could draw it in a clear way. The portal I especially like. It reminds me a little bit of the intro of Rick and Morty. I'm already realizing that I might be running out of space, so I decided to combine a few different items into the evil guy icon of evil guy's palace. It could take different shapes. It should be just something that is really easy to detect, but honestly it could be any shape. The next item I label as a camp, but I actually mean a bandits or a goblins camp, and it could be a place that's outside a forest and they are just staying there. And to make it a little bit intimidating for our players to stay away from it or to be cautious, I'm using sharp edges. Alright, now that I have all the icons, I can use them to create a world map.
A few moments later.
This hex map is gonna be the representative of the world, not just the immediate surrounding, although you can draw it in actuality as the players go. So I'm gonna place a starting point. Let's imagine that in this world there is a village as a starting point of where players start the entire journey, and they're gonna travel or whatever that particular story of your game is, and you should know that. In fact, maybe you should have a draft of that before coming to the world, before coming to the world creation. Assuming you have that draft, you can now place the icons that we just made earlier and fill in your world with all the different surprises and regular the items and castles and all the fun things. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So here's a time lapse of me actually filling the world. When I drew the ship, I was thinking about it, but then I completely forgot to add an element for the water. These lonely lines represent the waves of the sea. only a few spaces to go, so I already give you my final thoughts. I think the process was quite fun. It's really easy to replicate if you're a DM and you're creating a world map that you want to procedurally add further details and further elements into. You can start with, for example, a hex map or actually just a white paper and add further as the players go through the world. For a few icons, I misplaced the detail or accidentally added too much, but it was fun anyways, and I could easily fix it if I would give it another go. So that was all I had for you today. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and have a good night.